Missiles, rockets, drones, and now the US recently revealed a new kind of warfare playing out in the Middle East. A few days ago, the US Central Command, or CENTCOM, released footage showing the first ever use of sea drones in combat operations, including strikes targeting naval assets of Iran. But while Washington showcased the future of kinetic warfare, security experts believe another battle may be unfolding at the very same time. Not the sea, not in the skies, but through smartphones. And it is a signature to Iran's asymmetric strategy. As tensions between the United States and Iran escalated, researchers say Iranian-linked actors allegedly shifted focus to telecom space, attempting to locate US military personnel not with bombs, but with data. Well, if the allegations are true, this wasn't about destroying military hardware. It was about pinpointing the people launching and coordinating the strikes. According to the researchers at the Mobile Surveillance Monitor, a US-based non-profit research initiative, telecom networks across the Middle East witnessed an unusual surge in the silent location requests. Well, the requests, known as SS7 pings, are reportedly designed to determine whether a phone is active, roaming, and in some cases, reveal its approximate location. These requests specifically targeted phones connected to foreign networks, including devices used by US military personnel and civilian contractors deployed across the Gulf. As per reports, the Mobile Surveillance Monitor described the activity as a coordinated attack campaign, suggesting devices were not being scanned randomly. They were being hunted individually. What has raised even greater concern is the timing. First reported by the Financial Times, the cyber activity reportedly intensified in the run-up to the US-Iran conflict with Iran and continued during the early phase of the war. That was also the period when Iran launched missile and drone attacks against US military installations across the region. Now, officials in the Gulf suspect Iran, or groups aligned with Tehran, may have attempted to exploit regional telecom roaming agreements to identify the locations of American personnel before or during military operations. There is no public evidence proving these tracking attempts directly guided by any attack. But cybersecurity experts say the overlap is difficult to ignore. Well, the technology at the center of these allegations is called SS7, or Signaling System Number 7. It's an old telecommunication protocol used by mobile networks around the world to route calls and messages and to allow phones to roam internationally. The problem? It was designed decades ago, long before today's cyber threats. If exploited, SS7 can reveal whether a phone is switched on, confirm if it's roaming in another country, and in some situations, estimate its location. Researchers say thousands of these silent requests flooded telecom networks in the countries like Bahrain, where America's Fifth Fleet is placed. Some of those requests reportedly carried digital fingerprints linked to an Iranian telecom operator. Experts believe this reflects a broader shift in Iran's cyber strategy. Cybersecurity experts point to Tehran's increasingly sophisticated operations that combine traditional military and technological capabilities. Instead of relying on one missile or drone, digital intelligence could help identify where military personnel are located, how they move, and potentially where they are most vulnerable. In modern warfare, information is increasingly becoming as a valuable ammunition. The telecom network isn't the only concern. Researchers and lawmakers are also pointing to the role of smartphone advertising data. Every smartphone carries advertising identifiers used by apps and marketers to personalize ads. But those same identifiers can also reveal movement patterns and location history. American lawmakers now fear that the commercially available location data could allow hostile governments to monitor military personnel without hacking a phone. Democratic Senator Ron Wyden say he has warned successive administrations for years about this exact threat. Republican Congressman Pat Harrigan is now pushing legislation to stop technology companies from selling the digital footprints of government employees. The US military says it has not ignored the threat. Earlier this year, CENTCOM informed Congress that it has received multiple warnings about adversaries attempting to exploit commercial location data to monitor American personnel deployed overseas. The command says it implemented what it's called unprecedented force protection measures, though it has declined to reveal operational details. At the same time, a US officials reportedly claimed there is no evidence that commercial data tracking played a significant role in attacks on American forces. Well, the image of war is changing. Yesterday, victory depended on tanks, ships, and fighter jets. Today, it may also depend on telecom networks, advertising data, and the smartphones sitting silently in the soldier's pocket. Modern conflicts are no longer fought only on land, at sea, or in air. They are increasingly being fought in cyberspace, where data can become intelligence and intelligence can become a weapon. Well, that's a wrap from my side. Thank you so much for watching. I am Muskan, signing off for Times Now Digital. Until next time, take care and keep watching this space for more such videos.